Hello, my name's Jo and I'm the person behind Nu4u. Thank you for joining me today. What I thought I'd do today was share with you the process of how I get my ideas and how my necklaces and pieces of jewellery end up the way they are. So just for simplicity today, I'll just stick to the necklaces. Excuse me. My necklaces, I'm not like a jeweler. I'm not a jeweler. I don't pretend to be a jeweler. Nor am I an artist. So I don't sit down and design something and have a design in my head and go from there. Because I use a range of techniques, a range of materials, and a whole variety of man-made and natural materials, I start with one simple little piece. Normally for my necklaces, it's the actual base cord. So for example, it could be something like this. That is a fishing line that I've woven and plaited and put the findings on. It could be a more detailed braiding technique like one of these. And these I haven't put the ends on yet, but it could be even something as simple as a really, really fine piece of fishing line that I've actually plaited here. So I start with the base cord or the necklace part. It might even be, sorry, I've just thought of this one, some rope. This, of course, is soft and it has been collected off the beach and you can see it's still stained even though I've scrubbed it and cleaned it. This is soft and comfortable to wear. I'm not going to make anything that's going to be prickly or heavy. But this is particularly comfortable. So I've already made the base cord of this. How this is going to end up, I don't know. So I start with one of those and then I start to play around. So for example, this one's not quite finished. This one started with the plain base cord, which is the woven fishing line. And it started like that, with the ends and the findings connected. I really like the idea of the crab pot netting, and originally I had this draping all the way and I didn't have this fish on it like this. I actually had this piece of plastic hanging here and I just didn't like the look. It just didn't feel right. So I took that off. I tried one of these soft lures. It was too big. It didn't go with this finer braided fishing line. So I tried a number of things, and at the moment, though this is incomplete, so far I'm happy with this. This feels right. It actually, and I've only just this time gathered it up like that. I prefer it gathered up like that rather than this drooping all the way down. It didn't hang really well that way. So it can be, it's a starting with the cord and then playing around with pieces. It might even be, for example, I looked at, this is part of a brooch that I haven't finished, just like this one here. How does that sit there? Does that work there? Or does this work there? So does the fish hanging there work? How do I connect it? How do I make it look as if it's, how do I wire it on or use a piece of jewellery? I might even find something like this. So you can see I just get inspired by one particular, I do the base cord, then I get inspired by different things. I actually like the idea of making a necklace out of this. How I'm going to do it and how it's going to evolve, I don't know. I'm going to lay out pieces of material on my table and then I'm going to drape one piece over this. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Does it look nice bunched up? Yes, no. And once I've got that going, then I might stitch that on. Then I look at little bits that I can add, bits of plastic or a particular colour, a particular shape. Is there some plastic like this? This is another thing that I'm playing around with at the moment. You know how you get your vegetables in these? How can I use these? Yes, I can bunch it up like that. I wonder if, and then again, if I twisted it, how would that look? So you can see all my designs evolve. Each one evolves differently. And that's how each one of my key necklaces has its own name and its own story. Because as I start playing around and one piece matches with the next, with the next, with the next, the story evolves. So I might do something like this and I might think about the colour, or I might think about the purpose of these bits of material. And then I might do some research and find out that, this is used for fruit, but what's it used for afterwards, and so on. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea and a little bit of insight into my crazy mind, and how this is one crazy, mad recycling woman who likes to make jewellery out of predominantly plastics and man-made synthetics. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please have a lovely day and take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.